Hello everyone, this is Fine from Tech Gaming Villa. I hope you all are well. Today I'm going to talk about the 15-inch Samsung QN90D TV, which sits atop the company's current 4K QLED TV pile, offering strong picture quality and excellent gaming performance. It isn't necessarily the best option in Samsung's lineup. However, this 15-inch Samsung QN90D price is currently $1,200 on Amazon. If you see its design, it looks sleek and simple, with a bezel-free screen bordered by a narrow dark gray metal band around the edge. It sits on a wide hexagonal dark metal base and is held up by a relatively narrow neck on the back that gives the vague impression that the screen is floating. The lower right corner of the screen features a slight rectangular bump that holds the sensor for the remote. Unlike last year's flagship QN95C, and the QN90D has a conventional series of ports on the right side of the back of the TV instead of a separate one-connect box that connects to the screen through a single wire. This is a standard configuration for almost all TVs aside from the aforementioned models, and isn't any less convenient than using a one-connect box unless you want the elegance of just one wire running from the panel. Facing right on the back of the TV are 4 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, 1 Ethernet port, an optical audio output, an antenna or cable connector, and a 3.5mm X-Link port for integrating the QN90D into a home theater system. The QN90D uses Samsung's Eco Remote, the same advanced remote included with the QN900D as well as the company's flagship TVs from last year. It's a simple rectangular wand with a circular navigation pad near the top and volume and channel rockers below, along with dedicated service buttons from Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, Netflix and Samsung TV+. A solar panel is on the underside of the remote, letting you power the built-in rechargeable battery by simply flipping it over and exposing it to light. A USB-C port is also on the bottom end of the remote for charging it with a cable. If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Awesome Tech Gaming Pro, where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater, graphics card. You can check and subscribe. If you see its software, the Samsung Tizen Smart TV operating system drives the QN90D like it does for all the company's TVs. It's rich in features, but a bit frustrating in design. The good news is that it supports all major streaming services including Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, Crunchyroll, Disney+, Max, Netflix, Twitch and YouTube. The platform also supports Apple AirPlay for streaming content from your iPad, iPhone or Mac. And Midacast for connecting your Windows PC to use as an external display. Amazon Alexa is also built in and you can use the voice assistant hands-free. The credit goes to its TV's far-field microphone array. Frustrations arise when you try to set different options and switch between sources outside of the smart TV's apps. Common picture settings are buried under a few more layers of menus than most other TVs, and since the remote doesn't have an input button, even switching to an HDMI device requires some menu diving until the interface designs to put the device on the home screen's recent sources bar. The Samsung QN90D is a 4K TV with a 120Hz refresh rate. It supports high dynamic range content in HDR10, HDR10+, and hybrid log gamma. Samsung continues to ignore Dolby Vision while almost every other TV manufacturer supports it. It supports Dolby Atmos for audio through. It has an ATSC 1.0 tuner for live broadcasts, but not ATSC 3.0 for over the air 1080p and 4K. If you see this TV's HDR signal in movie mode with all settings on default, the QN90D shows a peak brightness of 247 nits with a full screen white field and 236 nits with an 18% white field. With an HDR signal, the peak brightness jumps to 680 nits with a full screen white field and 1253 nits with an 18% white field. This is actually a bit less bright than QN95C's levels, which provides 805 nits full screen and 1372 nits on 18% window, which itself is a little dimmer than the previous year's QN90B, which provides 1700 nits on 18% window. And QN90D is much dimmer than Hyzin U8K, because Hyzin U8K provides 2114 nits on 18% window, but more prone to light blue. Regardless, it's still quite bright, pushing well past the 1000 nit level, at which a great deal of HDR content is mastered. Black levels are effectively perfect, which we are seeing more often on LED TVs thanks to local dimming backlight arrays and mini LEDs. These technologies let hundreds or even thousands of individual lights behind the LCD panel brighten, dim, and even turn off to fit the picture. The number of backlight LEDs is still far less than the total number of pixels by a magnitude of at least 3 though, so some light bloom can still occur on the edges of high contrast objects. This isn't an issue for OLED TVs like the S95D, since OLED panel technology individually controls both color and light on a pixel by pixel level. The trade-off is that OLED panels aren't as bright, but the S95D still puts out plenty of light at 1060 nits for a full screen white field. The above chart shows the QN90D's color levels in movie mode with an HDR signal compared against Recon 709 broadcast standards and with an HDR signal compared against DCI-P3 digital cinema standards. In both cases, whites are spot on and colors are balanced, even if cyans run just slightly blue. The TV covers most of the DCI-P3 color space, but not quite all of it. The S95D has a white color gamut exceeding DCI-P3, though its white run just a touch cooler. In QN90D, grass on the sunny savanna looks crisp and natural, and the texture of both light, tawny fur and dark, near black fur can be clearly seen. In a scene of a stormy evening, trees silhouetted against a dark, cloudy sky retain a strong shadow and even a bit of green color among the leaves. They aren't quite as dark as they are on the S95D OLED, but it's still a striking scene as lightning flashes. The QN90D's bright panel and strong contrast come through in the party scenes in The Great Gatsby. The cuts and textures of black suits can be clearly seen and they don't look remotely washed out, though they also don't reach quite the inky but still detailed blacks of the S95D OLED. The whites of lights and shares really pop and highlights are also very clear. Between the two extremes, skin tones are nicely balanced. If you see the gaming performance of this QN90D, which is good TV for gaming with a 120Hz panel and supports up to 144Hz with variable refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, using an HD Fari Diva HDMI matrix, a measured performance and input lag of 2.9 milliseconds in game mode. That's well below the 10 millisecond threshold to consider a TV to be good for gaming, though not quite as low as the QN900D's 2 millisecond or the S95D sub 1 millisecond. The Ryzen operating system offers some benefits with its gaming features. Game mode provides a useful game bar menu that lets you quickly check game settings and confirm refresh rate and frame rate, and toggle have full features like an on-screen crosshair. The gaming hub also provides access to most major game streaming services, including Amazon Luna, Nvidia GeForce Now, and Xbox Game Pass. The QN90D has Bluetooth for pairing a gamepad with the TV, but only supports Wi-Fi 5 and not the newer Wi-Fi 6 or 6E standards. So you won't get the absolute best streaming experience with a high-end router. The Samsung QN90D is a solid TV with a wide range of screen sizes and a reasonable price. It has excellent contrast, strong color performance, and plenty of features that will appeal to gamers. It's brighter, but not quite as visually impressive as the S95D with its wider color gamut. But it's a good alternative if you want a bigger model. That said, if you are willing to spend more for a truly premium experience, I recommend an OLED TV like Samsung's S95D. So what's your thought about this 15-inch Samsung S90D? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.